I thought I knew which budget robot vacuum mop combo was better until I watched the Eufy C20 and the Ecovacs N30 clean the exact same space side by side. Both reached spots the other couldn't, and the trade-offs honestly surprised me. Both of these are budget-friendly robot vacuum mop combos with automatic stations. The stations empty the robot's dustbin, clean the mop pads, and take a lot of the hassle out of daily floor care. You can even schedule them to clean at certain times and days so your floors can be cleaned when you're not even home. But even though they look similar on paper, there are some big differences in how they handle real-life messes. Let's start with navigation and obstacle avoidance. The Ecovacs N30 was shockingly good at avoiding cords, socks, and even my kids' toys. For a robot at this price point, that's impressive. It moves efficiently in clean lines and doesn't waste too much time reorienting itself. The Eufy C20, on the other hand, uses a slightly less precise navigation system. It will often stop, spin around to orient itself, and then keep going, which slows it down and makes it a little less methodical. And it gets stuck on just about anything we accidentally leave on the floor. The N30 wins here hands down. Mopping, though, is much closer. Both robots use dual spinning mop pads, and honestly, they're both fantastic for sticky messes or dried on food. The C20 uses less water, which means its mop is a little drier, but also means you don't have to refill the station as often, and less water is a major plus if you have wood floors. The N30, on the other hand, has the ability to adjust the mop's wetness to your specifications, but it just doesn't clean as well if it's not on a higher water setting. But there's another perk to the Ecovacs N30's mop that tips the scales again. Its mop is able to extend to clean edges, giving you a very thorough wall-to-wall clean, while the Eufy C20 just doesn't have that. But while the N30 cleans edges, the Eufy C20 is quite a bit shorter, which means it can slide under more of my furniture. Couch, chairs, even my side tables. It gets under spots the N30 simply can't go because of its LiDAR bump on top. That 1-inch height difference matters if you've got low furniture collecting dust bunnies. And the Ecovacs N30 struggled a bit when weaving between chair legs because it's just a little wider. The Eufy C20, it had no problem slipping under and around, even if it wasn't quite as powerful with suction and missed edges that the Ecovacs cleaned well. That's the kind of trade-off you really have to think about when choosing between these two. Now, suction power. This is where things get interesting. On paper, the Ecovacs N30 has 10,000 PAs of suction compared to the Eufy C20's 7,000 PAs. A lot of times these numbers don't really tell the full story, but in this case, you really can see a difference. The N30 handled heavier crumbs and even some small bits of bark and popcorn kernels that the C20 left behind. Both are fine for dust and everyday dirt, but if you've got kids, pets, or a busy household like mine, that extra suction makes a notable difference. Let's talk about the docking stations for a second, because this might matter depending on your space. The Eufy C20 station is smaller and more compact. It's one of the few robot stations I don't mind leaving out in plain sight. The Ecovac N30 station is bigger, not massive, but it definitely takes up more room. Both stations wash and dry the mop pads, empty the dustbin, and handle clean and dirty water, so functionality is nearly identical. The real difference here is size and design. Battery life is another point to consider. The Ecovacs N30 consistently cleaned about 750 to 800 square feet on one charge. The Eufy C20 usually covered about 500 square feet before needing a recharge. So if you've got a bigger space, the N30 can go farther and longer. So which one should you choose? If you want better navigation, stronger suction, longer runtime, and mopping right up to the edges, the Ecovacs N30 is the better fit. But if you want a smaller station and better under furniture reach, the Eufy C20 might actually be the smarter buy. For me, it's the Ecovacs N30 all the way. For similarly priced vacuum mops, it just has way more features that I care about, like obstacle avoidance and edge cleaning. I've dropped links to both models in the description if you want to check them out. If you use my links, I earn a small commission. Thanks for the support. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more home product comparisons.